Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your February 2022 love reading. It's Raina here. I'm starting over again. I just had started, but I wanted to say things differently, and it's easier to do that than to edit sometimes. So, this is for people who are single and looking, and people who are in relationships that aren't working out too well, but in some cases, it might just be a misunderstanding, or the two people are not really communicating well, aren't on the same page, and it doesn't mean that the relationship is doomed. Sometimes it might be, and you're trying to figure out a way to get out of it. So there's different things that can be going on. So I'm going to include both of these possibilities if you're single or in a relationship. The situation in your love life right now is represented by the Page of Pentacles. If you're single, you might be talking to someone, and certainly Geminis are like literally talking. You know, that phrase, talking to someone, I always am wondering if they're really talking or not, or if they're doing something else. But it can be, if you're single, there might be someone, especially if they are of the earth element. Virgo, anyone? But Capricorn and Taurus are the other earth signs that you might be taking an interest in. You might be communicating with them. And if you are coupled, because of the Mercury retrograde, as I record this, Mercury is still retrograde. I'm recording this on the second to last day of January, so there's a few more days of that. And even going into February, you might be this is your ruler, Gemini, so you might be having some kind of after effects. Maybe there was someone, you restarted something with somebody from your past, because I do have here in that past position that might be affecting things, the Two of Swords, like being at some kind of a loggerhead or a crossroads. And you see that too? That's the symbol of Gemini, the Roman numeral 2, and that symbolizes duality. So when you get a 2 in a love reading, it can be choosing between two people. So I'm wondering if it's torn between two lovers, feeling like a fool, loving both of you is breaking all the rules, that kind of thing. And, oh, wow, I got another, oh, no, that's a 3. But, so if you're single, the Page of Pentacles can be like the hearing about a new job, and that might be something where you have been torn with. So if you have met somebody at work or just in your area, and you may have a job, maybe there's involving travel or something like that, you may feel this sense of like, I just started talking to this person, I don't know if I want to leave. And so this is kind of, I wouldn't call it, well, it is an advice card, but I don't give advice, so just keep that in mind. This is just kind of like a way to look at what you might like to do. And this is the 3 of Wands. So this is in favor of travel if you're single. This is in favor of expansion. And I have been saying in some of these readings that sometimes a person finds that their soulmate or their partner when they are in a different country, in a different city, in a different state or province. Now, the Page of Pentacles, by the way, can be a student. So if you are a student and maybe you were thinking about going abroad and you're afraid that, if you've met somebody that you will lose that person. But you would not be, this is not a committed relationship. So I'm looking at it as you being single in that instance. That you're really looking for that kind of expansion that the Three of Wands provides you with. And most students are going to be on the younger side. And so it really, when if you don't have children and you kind of have this freedom, it makes sense to really take advantage of that, because there's going to be a time when that is not going to be as easy to accomplish. And so it kind of doesn't make sense to get bogged down in a relationship that prevents you from doing things that will open up your life, like the travel can do. Even if you're going to be doing it for work, or if you are traveling for language immersion, that's one of the big ones that Geminis may like to do. They might like to immerse themselves in a foreign country for the language, and that's something you excel in. So all of those things can really broaden your outlook and be very positive for you in the future. So I definitely think that is a great opportunity. And this reading is very nice because we have as the outcome the Nine of Cups. Me and my tripod. The Nine of Cups is the wish fulfillment card, and this can certainly indicate that you have happiness coming to you on the emotional level, regardless of what decision that you make, that the Two of Swords represents. And whenever you're choosing from a place that doesn't involve fear, it's a good thing. If you are coupled, the Three of Wands may be suggesting that you really are craving wide open spaces. Maybe you've been involved in a relationship that is not stimulating enough for you. And I think that when Gemini finds the right person, they're not going to be indecisive anymore like the Two of Swords. So if you feel like it's time to move on, you might be onto something. And even if, like, I don't know what the Page of Pentacles, that could be like a new job offer or something like that. And it's a dilemma for you because you feel like if you do that, it probably will end the marriage or the relationship, because you're going to be separated from that person. But there might be another part of you that is thinking, this is the best thing. This is like the very thing that I want, because I'll have an excuse and I don't have to, break somebody's heart. Because even if you just say, okay, well, I'm going to go and I'm going to take this offer, you don't even necessarily have to tell that person that you're thinking of leaving them. Just by removing yourself, it can happen of its own accord. I'm not talking about ghosting, by the way. I'm talking about giving some space in between you and that person, and it might just end organically. By the way, I think that the Nine of Cups is connected to Jupiter and Pisces, and for you, that's in your 10th house of career. So this whole scenario could really be about you getting a new job offer. And, it's interesting because the Two of Pentacles can be about a job offer overseas. So it's interesting that the Two of Swords shows the person by the water. So I wonder if there's almost like a similar theme to that. But, you know, I'm not quite sure. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.